Yo, what's good? It's kanelogic. If Crimson Desert actually delivers on that big, interactive, open world promise, we're looking at one of those rare titles where you log in to do one quick task and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you've forgotten what sleep is. I'm talking about the stuff you do when the world feels alive, when the main quest markers disappear and you start making your own adventures. The Math of Pywell. Pearl Abyss just dropped 2 pieces of info that you need to sit with for a second. 1. The length. The main story campaign is reportedly 50 to 80 hours long depending on your pace. 2. The scale. The PR director stated the main campaign is only a small percentage of the overall content available. Let that sink in. If the story is 80 hours and that's just a small percentage, we aren't looking at a campaign with side activities. We are talking about a living world that just happens to have a story inside it. The map confirmed to be larger than Red Dead Redemption. When people ask me what I'm doing in Crimson Desert once the world opens up, the honest answer is everything. Slowly, deliberately, with no checklist telling me where to go. 1. The no map, no fast travel run. First thing, I'm turning this into a straight adventure movie. Pick a direction, just move. No fast travel, no staring at quest markers, no go here, do this. You see a mountain on the horizon? That's the destination. You see smoke rising somewhere off the road? You check it. You hear something shift in the tree line? You slow down. You pay attention. That's how you find the real stuff. The hidden caves, the stranger encounters, the loot the game never puts on your map because the game didn't want you to find it the easy way. And here's the thing about doing this in Crimson Desert specifically. The world is confirmed bigger than Red Dead Redemption. 5 distinct regions across the entire continent of Pywell. Lush forests, frozen north, arid desert, mountain passes, coastal cities, all seamless. No loading screens between regions. You just move through it. On top of that, Pearl Abyss confirmed the world has dynamic weather and a full day-night cycle that affects enemy behavior, what activities are available, and how the world feels moment to moment. So no 2 runs through the same stretch of road are gonna feel exactly the same. Turn the map off, take the road until it ends, then keep going. Number 2, full predator hunt for rare materials. Then, I want that hunt, the one where the world is telling you to turn back. Tracks on the ground, trees broken in ways that don't make sense for anything small, prey animals completely absent from an area they should be in, and when you finally find the beast, it's not a health bar situation. Pearl Abyss designed the big creature encounters around reading the fight, watching patterns, using the terrain, using elevation. And in Crimson Desert, the environment is a weapon as much as your sword is. Enemies react to terrain, positioning, and your movement. Every encounter has multiple strategic approaches built in. We know the Queen Stoneback Crab is a confirmed boss, a stone-armored giant where you have to climb onto it mid-battle and find weak points while it's still moving around beneath you. Very Shadow of the Colossus, very real. And there are hills in Pywell that aren't hills. You find that out the hard way. But the reward for it all is actual progression, because Crimson Desert doesn't use a traditional XP level system. Instead, character growth comes from the world itself. Hidden areas you discover unlock weapons and abilities. Boss victories drop gear, abilities, even moves you can learn and integrate into your own combat style. Some techniques can only be unlocked by witnessing them first, which means if an enemy uses a move on you and you survive, you can potentially learn it too. That is a different philosophy, and I love it. The hunt isn't the grind, the hunt is the progression.
3. Build Greymane Camp into something serious. I'm building that camp up like it's my actual home. Here's the context. You play as Cliff McDuff, leader of the Greymanes, a mercenary clan ambushed and scattered by their rivals, the Black Bears. The camp is the aftermath. It's small, it's damaged, and the whole arc of the game is partly about what you rebuild while you're out chasing the main story. But this isn't just narrative backdrop. The camp is functional. As you invest resources and bring people back, it grows. You can craft items there, prep food, rest and recover. And as you recruit scattered Greymane members throughout the world, you can dispatch them, send them out to gather timber, ore, and supplies, or assign them to weaken hostile strongholds in areas you're planning to hit later. So the loop becomes, you go out and explore Pywell, you push the story forward, you recruit new members along the way, and while you're doing all of that, Your crew is back home working. The operation keeps running even when you're not watching. Come back a few hours later and the stash is grown. The camp is bigger. Enemies in certain areas have been weakened without you lifting a finger. Every time you come back and the camp has changed, that's the most satisfying kind of progress because you feel it. It's not a number going up, it's a place getting more alive. 4. Prep Day. Fish, cook, stock up, then go to war. Before any major operation, I'm doing a full prep day. Fishing, hunting, gathering, mining, cooking. Not for the vibe, though the vibe is genuinely great, but because in Crimson Desert, the cooking system is mechanically tied to how you perform. Meals restore health, spirit, or stamina. You build recipes from ingredients found in the world. Stack the right buffs, and you're walking into that fortress siege as a completely different threat than if you showed up empty. And here's the thing about a full prep day. It changes your relationship to the mission. When you spent an actual in-game morning gathering ingredients, cooking them up at camp, stacking supplies, checking your weapon loadout, then that mission feels like a real expedition, not a quest marker you're running to because the game told you to, something you planned for. That mental shift from checklist completion to actual operation is what separates games you play from games you live in for a while. 5. Tame a wild horse early, and that horse is staying with me. Because in a seamless open world bigger than Red Dead 2, your horse isn't a vehicle, it's your partner for the first chunk of this game. And Crimson Desert's horses aren't just fast travel with legs. There's horseback drifting, there's full mounted combat. You can engage enemies, swing weapons, and push through fights without ever dismounting. And here's the one that caught me off guard. You can grab enemies off their own horses with a grapple and steal their mount mid-battle. You yank a soldier off his horse, throw him off a cliff, and ride away on his horse. In what world is that not the most fun thing you've heard all week? But the reason to stick with your horse, the one you tamed, goes beyond mechanics. It's about the story you build together, the escapes, the long rides across Pyloon's frozen flats, the moments you pushed it across terrain the game probably didn't design for. Eventually, the game gives you bears, raptors, dragons, and things I'll get into later, but the horse comes first, because earning your ride means the ride means something.
6. Master the combat system from the ground up. Okay, I want to be real with you about this one. Pearl Abyss said it directly, Crimson Desert is not a Souls-like. But they also said, and I'm paraphrasing, does that mean the game is easy? Hell no. One difficulty setting, the world punishes you for showing up unprepared. But the combat system they built is deep in a way I think people are going to sleep on at first. You can freely swap between swords, shields, spears, twin blades, axes, great swords, and ranged weapons, all in the same fight. Chain those into unarmed strikes, grapples, kicks. Add elemental effects, fire, ice to almost any attack. Use time manipulation. Use vertical movement. Use the environment. And here's the part that gets me, the artifact system. Abyss fragments collected from exploration and boss victories don't just boost stats, they unlock new skills, new combo extensions. And some of the most powerful techniques in the game can only be learned by watching an enemy use them on you first. So the enemies are your teachers. If you're watching, they're showing you how to beat them. That's a different kind of combat philosophy. And once it clicks, every preview that gave it real time called it one of the most rewarding systems they played. It genuinely clicks hard. The Gamescom 2025 previewer called it challenging, cinematic, and worth every second of the learning curve. I'm putting in the hours on day one. That's the whole plan. 7. Alchemy runs. Ingredients, potions, dyes, and real custom style. Then I'm getting lost in the ingredient life. Flowers, insects, herbs, roots, all of it. Because alchemy in Crimson Desert isn't just a crafting sidebar. Pearl Abyss confirmed you can use alchemy to enhance your weapons. Not just buff your stats, but give your actual weapons special elemental properties. So those alchemy runs aren't optional flavor, they're build prep. On top of that, dyes. You can fully customize the color schemes on all 3 playable characters, Cliff, Damien, and Unka. Hair, too. And those dyes come from ingredients you gather in the world. So your character's look is tied to how much of the world you've actually explored. Over time, your character starts looking like someone who lives in Piewell, not just a default skin walking through a beautiful landscape. And alchemy runs are perfect decompression. Fight a boss that wrecked you 3 times, go for a walk, collect things, craft something useful, come back better than you left. 8. Test the town consequence system. This one is purely for science. Crimson Desert has NPC reputation systems, towns that track who you are and what you've done. And Pearl Abyss mentioned hidden settlements off the main path, places with unusual inhabitants, locked areas that require specific methods to access, some mystical, some mechanical, some you won't find unless you go looking specifically for them. So that already tells me the world has layers the main quest will never surface. So I want to test where those layers are. If you cause problems, does the town just reset? Or does your reputation shift? Do prices change? Do guards know your name? Does word spread between regions? Once you understand the rules of a world like this, the whole game opens into something different. You're not just a hero anymore. You're a person with standing in some places and history in others. And understanding that map of consequence is its own kind of exploration. 8. Ride something ridiculous just because you can. We've got to talk about the mount roster. Horses, earned, tamed, yours, already covered. Bears, giant black bears that actively maul enemies in front of you while you're riding them, not figuratively, literally mauling. You're watching it happen from on top. Raptors, dinosaur-class creatures for when you want to feel like a prehistoric warlord cutting across open terrain. Dragons, flying, fire-breathing, fortress-torching, confirmed rideable. And then, the battle robot. A fully pilotable, dwarf-engineered mech, late game unlock, machine gun, lock-on missiles, jump jets, EMP blast for close-range crowd control. Every weapon drains the mech's energy, so even in the mech, you're managing resources, reading the fight, making decisions. It's not invincible, it's powerful. There's a difference. But from a pure, this is why I play games standpoint, riding a bear into a camp while it mauling the front line, then switching to a dragon, then eventually rolling through in a dwarf mech with missiles locked in the same playthrough. That's Crimson Desert. That's Piewell. That's the range of this game.
10. Traversal mastery. Move like you own the continent. Last one, and this might be the one that takes the longest but pays off the most. I want that phase where traveling becomes the game. Crimson Desert's traversal is a full toolkit. Manual cliff climbing with a stamina system, a grappling hook, mid-air double jumps through magic, gliding across gaps, full horse mobility including drifting across open plains, all of it in a seamless world with no loading screens breaking your momentum. The Gamescom 2025 demo described the feel as somewhere between Breath of the Wild and Dragon's Dogma 2, and that specific mix means the world is vertical. There are mountain elevators, there are cliff faces worth climbing just to see what's on the other side. There are rooftops worth crossing, and shortcuts the map never told you existed. Once traversal clicks, once you stop following roads and start cutting diagonally across the map, swinging off ledges, taking shortcuts the game never marked, the continent stops being a backdrop. It becomes a playground. And in a world bigger than Red Dead 2, with dynamic weather and 5 seamless regions and a day-night cycle running underneath all of it, mastering that movement is what separates playing through Piewell from actually knowing it. That's the list. 10 things I'm doing in Crimson Desert the moment the world opens up on March 19th. And I want to close on something real for a second. This game has had a long road. Multiple delays, years of silence between announcements, a lot of people writing it off, moving on, forgetting it was even coming.
And then Pearl Abyss showed up at State of Play in September 2025 with a trailer, a locked date, and a combat feature showcase that's had the community talking ever since. The game just crossed 2 million wish lists. Previews from people who played it at Gamescom 2025 called it demanding, cinematic, and genuinely special, with a learning curve that rewards the people who lean into it. The PR director compared the balance to something between The Witcher 3 and Breath of the Wild. The world is bigger than Red Dead 2. The main campaign alone is 50 to 80 hours, and it's described as only a fraction of what's actually in the game. This is not a small swing. This is Pearl Abyss betting everything on one title, and everything they've shown says Pywell is a world worth getting lost in. The best moments in a game like this are never the scripted ones. They're the ones you create by wandering, building your camp up from nothing, mastering the movement, learning moves from enemies who tried to end you, and seeing what the world lets you get away with. March 19th. Let's go. It's kanelogic. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.